Schutte appears in Pluribus on Apple TV on November 7th. What do we know about this new Vince Gilligan series? Rhys Darby has been super quiet these days. What secret things are happening behind the scenes? And David Jenkins says fan art bought him another season and put food on the cast and crew's tables. What more can fans do to bring back Our Flag Means Death? These headlines and more on today's Gay Pirate News Hour from the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast. Woo! Yay! Today is November 1st, 2025, and on the episode this week, we have Judy, an actual mobster from New Jersey, who's actually being spied on by our very own CIA agent, Belle. How's that going for you? Were you aware that Belle...
Not until recently.
Were you aware that Belle has tapped your home?
I'm not surprised. I
can tell that Belle has successfully tapped your apartment because there's a delay happening. Belle, you're listening. You're here with us. We're glad to have you. And I hope that you're doing CIA work for good and not evil. And me, I'm Carly Heath, and I am being spied on by the FBI because I have too many animals in my one-bedroom apartment right now. Let's get into fandom news. We have a lot to cover, and it's a small cast today, but that's going to make it even more intimate.
Yes.
So, in general fandom news, Request Our Crew has wrapped up with thousands of requests for Our Flag Means Death cast and crew at 31 different U.S. conventions. The event was shared, liked, followed on, and or commented on by Khan, Samba, Annapella, David Fane, Vico, Errol, Chris Corbin, Christian, and Dominic. There will be even more events just like Request Our Crew coming up for other countries, not just the US. So make sure to follow Request Our Crew on all the different social media platforms to keep in the know. And Judy, did you request any crew for which cons did you request for?
I did most of them because we have to keep that out there. That's how these things are going to keep rolling. If we start getting like lazy and only, I only want them in New Jersey, like who wants to come here? But if you start doing that, then you get lazy and we have to keep this demand up. So people keep doing it, keep requesting.
In fandom news, there's always discourse going on in the fandom, but I keep my commentary around this discourse in the private Discord group. But aside from the discourse that pops off on Blue Sky and whatnot, it's been relatively quiet in cast and crew news and just general Our Flag Means Death news. Any thoughts on that, Judy?
I think it's the time of year. People are busy with, the upcoming holidays, the Halloween. This is the time people are trying to hustle a little bit to make some money. So I think people don't have enough time right now. I think in January, February, we'll see an update.
We've lost Judy. Her internet connection was definitely infiltrated by CIA agent Belle. So I'm going to continue on with the fandom news myself. David Jenkins. Whenever we get David Jenkins news, it's always so wholesome. On October 15th, David Jenkins posted on Blue Sky that fan art was responsible for buying the show a second season. So if you are a fan artist, give yourself a round of applause. One, thank you for your beautiful art because it's gorgeous every time I see new amazing art from this fandom. I'm just blown away. And it really does show that when the fans are engaged and when they do beautiful things and give it away for free, that amazing things can happen for a show. So good job. Keep doing it. And which is, okay, it's bizarre though that fan art needed to be the thing that bought Our Flag Means Death a second season, because as we now know, Deadline has kind of released insight into the numbers, I guess you could say. Our Flag Means Death was in the top 3 HBO Max comedies of all time. And so this all came out because The Chair Company, which is a new HBO Max comedy, did really well. And Deadline said, quote, "It is among the top 3 comedy series premieres in HBO Max history, alongside a New York women comedy show and Our Flag Means Death." We keep on getting all this evidence that the numbers are there. And it's just mind-blowing why this one amazing show that keeps getting fan interest and gets the numbers and is highly rated has just been treated like such crap by the company that is doing all the things, all the terrible things. Yeah. And let's go to the chat and see, because I see someone has Little says, I found Our Flag Means Death after the show had been canceled, and I was amazed about how much fanfic and fan art I found online. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is one of the fastest growing fanfic and fan art communities of any series of all time. And
I agree.
It's really when you kind of have an understanding of how the business and how Hollywood works, you find out that there is usually just kind of like one person who is in a position of power who can literally just say yes or no to certain things. And people who get paid a lot of money often do not have they do not have good taste. People who get paid a lot by these companies, they're really good at being hustlers. They're really good at meeting the right people and saying the right things. But when it comes to nurturing creativity and knowing what's good and having good taste, they often don't. Yeah.
I think there's a situation where a lot of creative people are not the norm. So since this show has attracted people who are not of the norm, that makes it have so much more creativity and art. And so I think that's where we're going with that. But I also think you're absolutely right. I think most of the people who are in the total top leadership are, again, these like kind of regular, if that's the word you would use, businessmen people. And they're not interested in these quirky, niche or creative type shows. They want shows that they can get out quickly, cheaply, and are going to absolutely be for the masses, not so much for people who have these particular diversities or interests.
But the crazy thing is, though, we now have evidence that Our Flag Means Death was in the top 3 HBO Max comedy series of all time. So not that it didn't appeal to the masses. It totally did appeal to the masses. The numbers were there.
Yeah.
And yet it got canceled. And there's also this problem with...
I think it's, being a queer, niche type of show. I think that had a lot to do with it. I don't think they wanted to be known as like the gay show channel. Most of their shows have queer characters, but they're side characters, or they just didn't, my opinion is they just didn't like this being like, a totally kind of diverse queer show. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I wonder if, too, David Zaslav or, the higher ups, the executives who make these types of decisions, if they saw the direction the country was going in as far as Donald Trump being elected president, they knew they had some inside intel that was what was going to happen. They're like, we're going into a very conservative era over the next 4 years. So we're going to clean our slate of our diverse shows, and we're just going to pivot to appealing to middle America, the most generic, vanilla, normie middle America possible. But, I keep on going back to the numbers because Our Flag Means Death had virtually no marketing support from HBO Max. The types of marketing that was done really tonally didn't hit what the show was about, especially the first season. The first season poster is so silly. And and the little promo clips that they had didn't really capture the angst and the depth and, and in addition to like the comedy. So it didn't really show off the best parts, but even with the really shitty marketing campaign, it still like did really, really good. And what's also bonkers is that so the whole crew, David Jenkins, Alex Sherman, the writers, they wrote one of the best sitcoms of all time, right? Back in the old days, back in the early 2000s, if you wrote the best sitcom of all time, everyone would be clamoring to hire you next. And if you were working for like a company that you had written the best sitcom of all time for, they would be like, let's treat you so well. And let's make sure that you have a slate of projects to come up on, you know. And David has just been discarded, and it's so disrespectful. And it just also shows the direction that this country and that Hollywood is going, where management, these tech bro management type folks, are getting paid these huge salaries. They don't really know what they're doing. And the creatives who are literally doing the really good work are not being treated what they deserve. And there really needs to be a reckoning with the pay disparity between the management and the creatives, because really the creatives should always get paid more than the management, because we are the people that do the thing, right?
Right. 100%.
I've been searching for more news about David Jenkins' Booster Gold. I saw David's manager post about the Booster Gold script, describing it as a time-traveling fraud with a heart of gold, parentheses, kinda. And I really like that description. Moving on to Rhys Darby news. Rhys Darby has been super quiet. So quiet. Like, what is he doing? What is he working on? He hasn't been on social media a whole lot lately. And on Threads earlier in this month, he was really kind of pissed off about the whole Sora 2 Tilly Norwood thing. He mentioned it during his show, and the audience was just kind of like not getting it. He realized that maybe he might be a little bit too online. And so I think maybe that might be a little bit of the reasoning why Rhys has sort of stepped back from social media recently. Of course, the Sora 2 thing it's ridiculous. It's awful. No, AI is terrible. Hey, guess what? In LA, AI is making everyone's energy bill go up by 11%. So if you're all noticing, wherever you may be in the country, that your energy bill is higher than it used to be, it is because of AI. So stop using ChatGPT, my God. We do have to talk about Rhys and his wife on Halloween. Judy, did you see it? What were Rhys and his wife for Halloween? They were 6'7".
Yes.
The Gen Z.
6'7" is this thing that I asked my children. I asked them, what is it? And they say, it's 6'7". Like, there's no answer. Apparently, it's some sports thing. But
it's 6'7".
I don't understand. And I like to think like I'm hip in now, but I'm not, because I have no idea what this 6'7" means.
So Rhys and his wife are 6'7".
I like that.
Yeah. And then Rhys, like, I don't know if he had a panel that like flipped up or flipped down, but then Rhys like changed it to 9. So they were 6'9". Yeah. And that's cute. I like. Yay. I love
I understood.
Yeah. I love a couple that is a Gen Xer, but with the kids. And Rhys is also, he did a few selfies on Instagram, and fans noticed what looked like an Our Flag Means Death action figure in the background of his Halloween photos on his shelves, question marks. It was blurry. It looked like a package. What could it be? But we are intrigued, and I hope if anyone is able to find out what those things are, that you will let us know and share with the fans. Upcoming film roles.
An action figure. It looked like a little action figure, the way it was like plasticky. And that's got to be something that was like custom made, but it was super exciting.
Yeah. Fans. Okay. So upcoming film roles include What Now? About a burnt out snack bar CEO and a canceled TV host who collide at a desert wellness retreat. Fueled by breast milk smoothies and grief, they they form an unlikely bond, rediscovering purpose, resilience, and a little sparkle along the way. It's a girl buddy road trip movie. I made a joke that I'm glad that Rhys is being considered for female roles. He probably isn't, but one can hope. He's also doing Song of the Bigfoot about 3 lovable, quirky Bigfoot seekers who become lost in the wilderness only to realize they're also lost in life and must not only save themselves, but commit to a life worth saving. That sounds just up Rhys's alley.
Yes, that sounds so good. I'm very excited for that. That seems like it's just something, his dream show.
Yeah. And Grace Period is about a woman named Willa who finds out her biological clock is ticking. She scrambles to freeze her eggs just as the perfect guy unexpectedly falls into her life and into the chaos. Here's the thing. I'm going to be judgmental for a second. The biological clock ticking as a plot device does not do it for me. I cannot relate. Why? Especially now, why would you want to bring children into this world? And especially as a woman, why would you want a man in your life? Have you seen men? Have you talked to men? Why would you want either a baby or a man? Those sound like the 2 things that I absolutely do not want in my house. Bottom of the list. Above that,
it's so
termites. Yep, definitely. Termites are bad, but men and babies lower. Spiders bad, but men and babies lower.
I'm sorry.
I'm like dragging the premise of this movie, but it's not doing it for me.
It's so trite. It's just like we've already seen this kind of stuff. I think 1984 that might have been funny, but now it's just dumb. So many women have, donors or IVF, and it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's just so over. So
I'm sorry, Rhys. I don't want to be like dragging your movie. I'm sorry. That was super judgmental of me. But whenever I see biological clock ticking, I'm just like triggered. More Bigfoot movies, please. Rhys Darby, do more Bigfoot movies. Less movies with breast milk and babies.
100%.
And I'm okay. Taika Waititi. Let's get into Taika news. Jack. Okay, you confuse me so much. So who is Jack?
So Jack is my son, and he goes to a artistic college up in New York. So that's Jack. He's our source for this particular topic. So I'll go with it. So my son he's a professional actor, but he's in school right now for animation and script writing and acting. And they had a special lecture with Percival Everett, who is the author of James, which unfortunately, I guess I should have read at this point, but I haven't had a chance because I'm way too busy reading fan fiction. So anyway, when he had this discussion, he mentioned briefly that Taika would be in talks. He's currently in talks to direct. So of course, when my son heard Taika, he went right up afterwards and had a long chat about, should Taika direct it, what he thinks. I mean, my son was all in 100%. But he did say that Taika is in final discussions to direct this film, which is based on this book. And I believe it's going to be animated, because why else was he only talking to the animation students? And it's like a Huckleberry Finn type story, but a different view than Huckleberry Finn. That's what my source, who is also my child, let us know.
Yeah, so the book, James, is actually about Jim, who is in Huckleberry Finn, who is the fugitive slave who helps Huck on his travels, but this is like about him, which I like. I like that. Good job. Good premise. But was Percival just there to talk about like storytelling in general? And that's why it was animation students. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be an animation for sure.
I'm assuming, but again, it was only for animation students, but my son is in the script writing field. So maybe it was to help the students like learn to do script writing. I don't know. Carly, this is me we're talking about. I don't know. But
yeah, I imagine Yeah, I imagine an author is coming to talk to film students, animation students, to talk about storytelling and rating
That's what I
and
think.
character development and all those good things that we talk about when we're talking about writing. And also, Taika and Rita were on the Paramount lot on Sunday for the Vogue World Runway show, and they both wore matching black suits and skinny ties, and they were very cute. And it's like they're so close. I ride my bike down the Paramount sidewalk on my way to work every day. And it's like, but of course it was Sunday, so I wasn't going to work on Sunday, but they were so close. They were on my commute.
I thought it was a Halloween thing and they were Men in Black. That was my first reaction. I'm like, oh, how cute. They're doing Men in Black for Halloween, but apparently I'm wrong. It was not Men in Black.
Oh, maybe. I thought it was like a Diane Keaton tribute thing. And maybe it was like a runway show, fashion thing, and Halloween / Diane Keaton, little love. Okay, Con O'Neill news. Con was Freddy Krueger for Halloween. Oh, and by the way, Taika was a skeleton for Halloween. It looked like there was a photo today of him as a skeleton. Con O'Neill was Freddy Krueger for Halloween, and I guess the entire internet climaxed together. He posted a very slow selfie video doing a sexy face.
Who has ever found Freddy Krueger like sexually attractive before? Because that was hot. Very hot.
I will take your word for it. I love O'Neill. I think you're I think he's a great actor. I'm sorry, but I'm supportive of all of everyone who adores him in all the very vast ways that people adore him. And you can adore him on November 16th at the Dear Izzy event with Con O'Neill on Momentous. Pull up a chair and pour yourself a little compassion. It's time for a bit of tough love and tenderness from everyone's favorite agony aunt with an Izzy twist. In this live virtual advice session, Con O'Neill will take questions from you about life, love, friendship, heartbreak, or whatever storm you're sailing through, and he answers them with his trademark mix of sincerity, mischief, and a little salt. Think Dear Abby if Abby had a sword, a few regrets, and a heart that still believes in redemption. Fans can submit questions ahead of time or during the event, and Con will respond live, sometimes as himself, sometimes through the lens and lashes of Izzy hands. Come for the heartfelt stories and a few confessions. Stay for the kind of laughter that sneaks up on you when you need it most. Tin says, don't talk down on my man, Carly. I wasn't talking down on your man. I love Con O'Neill in all the vast and various ways. It's just, I am so asexual that when anytime everyone's like, oh, he's so sexy, he's so hot, I'm like, I take your word for it. I support you. I love that you love that about him. I don't understand.
You just want to be canceled again, Carly.
If you're canceling me for being asexual, then you are aphobic and we are not friends. Just kidding, Judy. Oh, Ringa, why are you on in the strange, what's with this name, Ringa? Tinned. This is so confusing to me. But Ringa, feel free to continue posting aphobic comments, I guess, or continue posting about why Con O'Neill is so thirsty and explain that to me like I need help. So you're going to look forward to it. Oh, and Ringa, are you moderating this event with Con? Are you taking the questions? Are you telling him which questions to do? Are you going to be asking the questions during the event? Because we love every time Ringa is there doing it because it makes people so mad. And
yes,
I love when Ringa makes people mad. It makes me happy. So you can purchase tickets to this Dear Izzy event at shopstands.com. And Con is also going to be starring in a short thriller film about online dating culture called Anon, where he plays a cab driver who hooks up with a younger man. If you know anything about Con O'Neill, it's that age gap is something in his body of work. And I do love things that make you think and make you uncomfortable. Oh, and he was also at the Jaws exhibit in LA again, literally half a block down the street from where I work. So close. They're so close to me, but like we just aren't there at the same time. Let's get into Samba news. And this is something that I'm super excited about. Samba is going to be in Pluribus, which is dropping on Apple TV in a matter of days. Pluribus is the new Vince Gilligan show. We've now seen a whole trailer. We've seen tons of clips. Rhys Seahorn. Samba, there's some stills where Samba looks extremely aesthetic. He's got like a white suit on. He's very lean. He's very tall. It looks like a type of series that makes you think. It looks like the type of series that is completely original. And you don't see that anymore on streaming platforms. Original series that require the audience to do some thinking. I love it. I'm here for it. To me, it seems like the happiness is a metaphor for, it's like about happiness. It's about depression. It's about zombies. I'm getting a zombie vibe. That's what's happening here. But like the zombie happiness is the zombie thing. And to me, it's like a metaphor about how, you know, how they say like depressed people are seeing a more accurate view of reality than happy people. And so the idea is that the zombies are, I'm just guessing what this is about, but I'm thinking like the idea is the zombies are making everyone happy so that they don't see reality. And the Rhys Seahorn character is like, no, I want to stay depressed because I want to know what reality is. That's my theory. We're going to come back in a week and we're going to see if I was anywhere close to being right.
How about more of that and less biological clock ticking stories?
Yeah, I'm very, very into metaphors about depression, metaphors about like capitalism distracting you, capitalism trying to squeeze every ounce of dopamine out of your brain and keep you distracted and keep you hooked on whatever attention grabbing thing that they're doing. So it's that. I'm very intrigued. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be really good. Samba's next cooking class is with Momentous on November 22nd. And you're going to be baking. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Is it profiteroles?
Profiteroles.
Okay, so your baking class with Samba, profiteroles, shopstands.com for tickets. Again, that's November 22nd, I should say. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Christian Nairn posted a video of himself reading a new poem this week. Love to see it. More creativity for not capitalist reasons. Nathan Fode was not some kind of clown thing. Whoever wrote that down was incorrect. Nathan Fode was a cartoon character. You saw he did post a clown face on his Instagram stories, but what that was, he had a burrito that he ate and it was not a nice burrito. And then he posted a clown face, but that wasn't his Halloween costume though. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for that bubble.
I was wondering what that was about because I didn't see it. I don't have Instagram, but usually anything would be posted a bajillion times, and I didn't see anything about a clown face.
Yeah, his costume was some sort of cartoon character. I forget what it was. It didn't jump out to me. It was fine. So it was fine.
It was fine. Whatever.
Nathan, I love you. I love everything you do. I'm sorry for that momentarily bit of honesty. Vico Ortiz. Why do every time I read Ortiz, I want to say Ortiz, but it's Vico Ortiz, has been traveling everywhere, traveling to all the places, having fun, doing all the snaps with their partner. You get it, do it, go there, go places. Love to see it.
Love it.
David Fonte is in the new Zootopia 2 as Truffler. And Truffler is a wild pig with brown fur. He wears a dark blue police uniform and a gray police vest.
I have to say, I love Zootopia. It's so good, and my kids love Zootopia. So usually I'm so anti-sequel, but I am looking forward to this. And now that David's in it, now I definitely am looking forward to it. So go out and see that.
Yeah. And Samson Kayo is very cute in a show called Wilty ? Nope. And it's on YouTube. There's a YouTube link. We'll drop a link to it in the show notes. But it's like a question quiz game thing where he pretends to be he's trying to convince people of something. Like he's like saying I'm lying to you and you have to figure out what I'm lying about, sort of thing. That's the vibe I get. And he's very adorable because it looks like he could never tell a lie in his life. And he's just like smiling the whole time. And he just Samson looks like one of those people that like you could never trust with a secret because they would just like giggle and people would be like, okay. Or you could never play poker with him because he would just like, everything's on the face. Like he can't hide anything. And he did a screening and Q&A about F1 where he met fans and answered questions about the movie. I'm sure that was very fun. And Joel Fry is in a number of upcoming roles, including a movie called Lola and Freddie about a couple in their 40s getting divorced, having grown apart. Lola thrives in her career while Freddie dreams of screenwriting. Don't we all? And when he's hired, that's not realistic. Who gets hired to be a screenwriter? He reconnects with an ex and matures, and Freddie aligns again with what Lola wanted. So Joel is doing all these like blank and blank. So he's also in another movie called Alice and Steve with Jermaine Clement. And it's a quirky British comedy drama that follows two unlikely friends. And Matt Maher was in the movie Mastermind for about 5 minutes. Ringa says the movie is not very good, but Matt was very, very funny. And Bremner is in all the things. Like he's in a new series on Apple TV called Cold Water about a man who moves with his family to a rural town and befriends the enigmatic neighbor, which is played by Bremner. And he's hiding dark secrets. And John's fascination with Tommy grows as his wife becomes suspicious, leading to dangerous unravelings of hidden truths and repressed angers. Sounds gay. Maybe it's not, but I have to check that out. And he has a top role in an upcoming film called Canyon of the Dead with Tom Felton. It's about two archaeologists who seek out the Canyon of the Dead, and the dead find them. And he's also in an upcoming film called Bluefish. Bluefish takes us around the globe to tell stories of people trying to break out of their bubbles of isolation. And it's really intriguing. It feels very experimental. Nat Faxon is filming Super Troopers 3 with Brian Cox right now. He's the only cast member listed on the upcoming movie You Were Once Called Queen City, which is set in Dickinson, North Dakota, which is such a weird place for a movie to be set because there's nothing in North Dakota. And yeah. And now Madeline Sammy is in Deadlock Season 2, which I'm very much looking forward to, coming on July 2nd, 2026 on Amazon Prime. Next year, we have to wait a little bit. We have to wait a minute. And Annapella is still in Tina, and that has been premiering in lots of cities. So go to your local theater and request it. Sorry, my phone just rang. I just told everyone to turn off their devices and my phone just goes ahead and rings.
Yeah,
Very
shame,
rude.
shame, Carly.
Yep. Ringa, are you going to get in here and do your Ringa's Fandom News Corner? Or do I have to do it for you? I'm going to go ahead and do it.
And now for Ringa's Fandom News Corner. God help us all.
So all these ats that I'm going to talk about are on Blue Sky. Orders are open Monday for Year of Belonging, an Izzy-centric fan art calendar whose proceeds benefit charity. Go on Blue Sky at Year of Belonging for info. The WeCon in Edinburgh is this weekend. So look forward to lots of cosplay and fandom pics and posts. November 22nd is Calypso's birthday at Harold's Haunt in Pittsburgh. Ringa throws this party twice a year. It's a blast. Go to @RingaSun or @Harold's Haunt on Instagram to get info on the party. If you are in the greater Pittsburgh area, if you are on the East Coast, you want to don't miss out on that. You got to hit that.
And
go to Calypso's Bay.
I will be there. So if you're super excited to meet me, nobody is, but if you are, I will be there. I am driving from New Jersey. I'm going the whole 6.5 hour drive just to go to Calypso's.
Oh my
birthday.
God.
So be there.
Oh my God. That's a drive.
I'm gonna
Oh
hate
my
it. I
God.
hate driving that far, but I will do it for Calypso's birthday.
Excellent. And fandom events, Big Bang posting starts tomorrow. So go to @OFMD Big Bang on Blue Sky to see the posts. All November, Our Flag Means Fall. It's an OFMD event for all things fall. Go to @Our Flag Means Fall for prompt lists. And all November is Fluffvember. It's a way to get all fluffy with the characters after all that kink. Go to @OFMD Fluffvember for prompts. And Fic Recs. Judy, you put down a Fic Rec. What do you rec?
I do. It's called Shattered by Chaotic Reader, 1031, and what _accountants_do. I just happened upon it. I think it's been out there a while, but I love me some angst. I probably shouldn't, being that I'm bipolar and all, but I love me some dark angst. And this one has a very, very sweet, happy ending, but it's a rough read, but it's so well done. And if you haven't read Shattered and you like your angst, you need to dive into this. It's so good. I finished it in 2 days, and I never do that. It's so good.
How many words is it?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I can look real quick.
And what's the ship again?
It's Gentle Beard, of course, because that's my thing. It is, let me show real quick. It is just under 70,000 words and 21 chapters. It's long.
So novel length.
It is long, but it is 100% worth it. And if you like shitty Calico Jack, he is the worst in this. Probably the worst I've ever seen in a fic yet. Oh my God, it's so good. Read it.
Wow. Okay. I can't wait to check that out. And this is Gay Pirate News Hour from the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast. If you've enjoyed this, we have a podcast. You're finding us on YouTube. Go to our podcast, which is also on YouTube, but also Spotify, Apple, all the places that you get podcasts. We are at Our Flag Means Fanfiction, and we bring you a new episode every week. We had a little 2-week break because I had COVID, and I also had a lot of work to do at my day job, and I couldn't keep it up. But now I'm back, and we have a new episode coming every week. If you ever want to be on a show, if you want to be on an episode, email us at ourflagmeansfanfiction@gmail.com. If you want to do a podfic and narrate a podfic, and we'll put it up on the podcast, do that. Just send the audio file to ourflagmeansfanfiction@gmail.com. If you love what we're doing, make sure the world knows that there's still a demand for Our Flag Means related content, and give us a like, a subscribe, a comment, a review. All that helps the algorithm, helps more people find us. And if you want to hear our other podcast, we have another one called Haunted Hollywood Hour, where we cover spooky, weird, creepy stories that are set in and around Hollywood. Those drop every week. And we have an all new season that has just got started. So you're going to get all new creepy holiday. What did I say? Holiday. Hollywood stories. And I think did I cover all the things? I think I did.
If I may just add in, I have had some people like out of the, pity for me or whatever say, oh, I'll listen to this podcast. And everyone has come back to me and they're not even OFMD fans and they love it. They said it's like so funny or entertaining, or they've learned like a history of something. So it's not just for us. It's really something that other people can have fun with too. And if my kid listened to it, my oldest daughter, and enjoyed it, people are going to enjoy it. So, because she hates everything.
Yeah. So Haunted Hollywood Hour is kind of like our wider, general, everyone enjoys it. If you're a little bit of a sicko, you're going to enjoy it. And the Our Flag Needs Fanfiction, this is just for our flag people. This is just for us. This is our time. Judy, where can people find you if they want to read your work or follow you?
Oh, Judy's Oranges, pretty much everywhere. Not pretty much, like everywhere. You can find me on SoundCloud, and I'm reading other people's amazing fanfics. You can find my own on AO3, all under Judy's Oranges. And I have a very smutty, sexy little Halloween post that I just did, a little story that if you like your filth, your gentle beard filth, you'll probably go for that. Hopefully. I'm still new at this, so I'm trying.
Perfect. Until next time, do creations, be cringe, commit crime. Bye.